So you've got this great idea for an online business, maybe you even have an audience building, and now you're ready to sell something, but you have no idea what to sell. So today, I'm gonna help you decide whether you should go with a high ticket offer or a passive online course. Let's dive in. If you're new here, my name is William, and I teach people how to start and grow a passive online business organically without the use of any kind of ad spend or needing a massive social following. So if that's you, you're in the right place. So when it comes to making passive income online, it's a pretty simple process, but if you're just starting out or you've been doing it for a while and it doesn't seem to be working that well, it can feel very overwhelming. You're not sure what to do. You're not sure if you even did all the steps right. So to make sure that you're on the right track, I actually put together a free guide. This is my 6 steps to your first $500 online without ads or needing a massive social following. You can go grab that at thewillrichards.com/6 steps. So selling a high ticket offer versus a low ticket, more passive course, they both have their pros and cons. So today we're gonna start with the pros and cons of selling a passive, lower ticket course. The first pro to an online course is once it's built, it's very hands-off. You do the work up front. Once the work is done, you might tweak it every couple of years, but pretty much the work is done. Now it's just a matter of getting people to go through it, gaining some testimonials, and then promoting it throughout the year. The second pro to online course is being able to promote it and sell this thing throughout the year on various occasions. It might be a Valentine's Day special, a Christmas special, and these are relatively lower ticket, so you can kind of cycle and loop different lower ticket courses throughout the year, so you have control over these promotions. Third pro is it's typically a lower ticket offer. So lower ticket means less resistance. You don't have to get on sales calls. You don't have to convince someone to do it and invest all this money. No, it's usually a lower ticket offer, and that brings less resistance. The fourth pro is it's really less of you and your time. When you're selling an online course, you've taken your knowledge and understanding around a topic and the exact steps they need to be taking. You've put it into a repeatable type of roadmap. So they're purchasing that roadmap and working through that roadmap on their own. It doesn't require you and your time, your attention. You don't have to be responding to all of their questions that they have because it is a self-guided course. So let's now talk about the cons of online courses. So if you want to make big numbers as far as sales go, revenue, you have to sell a lot of units or sell a lot of courses. This requires people. You need eyeballs. And if you're doing this organically, you're not spending money on ads, you're not trying to do that, or you don't already have a massive following that you can just promote your product to, you have to start from ground zero, which means you are having to take every person that you gain through your free gifts, through your content, who subscribe to your email list, and there's only gonna be a certain number of those people who actually join your email list who are gonna be willing to give you money for a course that you sell. The second con is it needs a lot of research before you actually bring it to the market. A lot of times, I made this mistake myself, is I think I know what someone might want in my specific niche, and I build a course off of what I think they might want or need, and it kind of flops. And most people have to go through this maybe once or twice in their online business career, but you can reduce that amount of failure if you do the work up front, which means you're researching, you're finding out what these people want. What are they struggling with? What's out there that isn't delivering what these people need that now you can put together and deliver in a different way that gets them even better results? That requires time, that requires work, and it's gotta be done. The third con is a low ticket offer. So maybe $47 to $499, which if you're selling a course for $500 passively, there's nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't complain about that much, but the higher that ticket goes, the more difficult it is to sell it. So the con to this is if you're selling a course, it's like $47 or $97 and you wanna make $400,000 a year, that's a lot of people. So if you're not seeing those types of numbers, you can't get discouraged that you're making $400,000 a year. It's just a simple math formula. So you have to either find more people or increase the price of your course. The fourth and final con to the online course is it's a waiting game. In some situations, it's just like any business is, you have to wait. You're doing what you can do, you're building content, you're providing value, you're nurturing people, and you still have to wait because you might be getting 500 new people onto your email list, but guess what? There's a small percentage of that 500 people a month that are actually going to buy. I wish it was that easy. That's just not the way it is. So you have to kind of wait. Making more income requires more people. Having more people requires more clout, more content online, more people becoming aware of who you are. And that just doesn't happen overnight. So me personally, I actually started my business on the back of passive income courses. I was making courses and selling them to the audience that I was bringing in and nurturing through my email funnel. Now, I loved it. It got me to where I was or am today, but I wanted to, just like any other business, wanted to scale. I wanted to make more. I wanted to impact more people. So what I did is I actually incorporate both of these types of things into my business, even still today. If you stay to the end of this video, I'm gonna actually reveal exactly how I use both of these types of courses, high ticket and passive, to create the income that I never thought I could possibly have. So be sure to stick around to the end. Now let's jump into the pros and cons of high ticket sales. So the first pro to selling a high ticket offer or doing high ticket sales is a big jump in income. And when I say big, I mean it could really be big depending on how much you're offering or you're selling this one-on-one interaction for. The second pro is it's highly scalable. You can charge more, you can hire coaches and bring in more sales teams to be able to sell and then take on new clients, because when it comes to your time, you are limited. So if you want to scale, it's just a matter of teaching someone else your process, keeping up with them, nurturing them, training these people to be like mirrors of you, and then delivering these same results to even more people. Third pro is I feel like you have more control in the sales process of these higher ticket sales, right? It does cost more money. It's harder, it's more resistance when it comes to buying a $4,000 product or service versus a $47 service. But when it comes to the high ticket offer, in my opinion, I feel like you have a little bit more control because you're training yourself, you're able to improve yourself, you're able to relay your message. If you're not a good writer and a sales copy person, but you can speak really well, well, now you can speak and engage and emotionally get someone to understand that what you offer will actually change their life. And you can use your voice, use your character, your personality to relay that message in a way that really touches someone differently than a sales page. You can also start a lot of conversations. You're on social media, you're engaging with your audience, you're asking questions, you're starting these conversations that could lead to a quick nurture sequence just through answering some questions. And now they've booked a call and now you're selling them on a $3,000-$4,000 product that sales page, after weeks and weeks and weeks of nurturing, may not have actually sold them on. The fourth pro is the results you get for people are usually pretty good. Odds are you're good at what you do, you're really clear on the roadmap on how to do it, so they're just basically walking through the process and they have you, the expert, to keep them dialed in, to make sure that they're focused on what they should be doing, so their end result usually can be really amazing. Now, you're always gonna have people who don't do much work, they quit, they give up, all those things, but you can be there and help them and guide them and motivate them to keep going. The results at the end are life-changing. Now let's talk about some of the cons of high ticket offers. The first one being you have to be probably good at sales. If you don't like phone sales or face-to-face Zoom sales, it is very uncomfortable at first. So if you don't like that idea, if you don't like having to sell something that you offer, it's gonna be hard. And on top of that, there is some mindset work that you have to really do. You won't be confident in what you do. You won't be confident in your product. You'll think it's too expensive. There's a lot of mindset work around going from a $47 passive course to a $2,000 12-week course that involves you and them working together. There's some mindset work. There's some doubt. There's some limiting beliefs. So it's not just about being a good salesman. It's not just about having an amazing course and being able to get people results. You have to be able to relay that to somebody and have them buy into it on a live call. The second con is you are trading time for dollars. This is not a passive online course where they can just enroll and work through it on their own time. No, odds are you're having phone calls with this person, you're doing weekly check-ins, they're sending you emails, and you're taking your time that you could be doing something else with your family, building your business, making content, and now you're having to focus this time on each individual client that you choose to take on. Which leads me to my third con, which sometimes when you're in this one-on-one interaction with people, it's a lot of pressure on you to deliver. If you truly care about the people that you're working with, you might be confident in what you do, but you care a lot about their experience. You care about their results. And if they're not getting them, you tend to wear that. You tend to blame yourself. You tend to think, oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? What do I need to do? How can I say it to them? How can I change their way of thinking? So despite them having the roadmap, there's still struggle, there's still tension. And if you're not working on the mindset part, you will carry this weight. Fourth con to the high ticket offer is you have to build something out. Now, you can probably upfront early on sell your product or offer and just do calls. I'm gonna get on a call with you every 2 weeks. We're gonna discuss what you should be doing and you're just gonna go do it. And that's a great, easy, simple way of starting. But eventually you wanna have a roadmap. You even wanna have passive elements elements to your high ticket one-on-one offer, so that this offer that you build in the back end, even though they're getting your attention, they're getting your time, they can still follow a roadmap that answers some questions and keeps them focused and dialed in. That requires work. It requires you to build something out. So eventually it would be good to have some kind of roadmap, which is going to require you to build that out. Now, over the past few years, I have built the front end of my business around my one-on-one or higher ticket offer. I do this because I know that I can get people the best, fastest results through this. It's the big picture, right? It's everything's included from soup to nuts, everything you need to get the result that you're looking for. I also have different levels of the coaching that I do with that specific higher ticket offer. So I have a one-on-one, me and you working together. Then I have kind of like a self-paced or self-guided version of what I would typically give you in a one-on-one setting, which is a different price point. And then from there, inside of my business, if you don't decide to go with a higher ticket offer or to go with that self-guided offer, then I do have a lower ticket membership-based offer that focuses on one of the concepts of that big picture. If you're talking about budgeting, there's a lot of different pillars or topics you can talk about when it comes to budgeting. So you might have one specific budgeting strategy for vacations and retirement, but what about kids' birthdays? Well, that requires money, so you have to budget these things. Your one course, low ticket, could strategize one topic or one area of your big idea. So that's what I do. I actually use a lower ticket offer and focus it around one big concept, but it's still not the whole picture. And if they want to go deeper, it just requires more one-on-one attention. Now, this hybrid approach to online business, both high ticket and low ticket, the way I marry them is, again, I start with my high ticket offer, and then if they don't like that, I'll drop them down into a lower ticket offer. Most people, if they're looking to build strength and reduce pain, will pick one of these options. So if they go with the lower ticket membership style offer, I will gently, throughout the time that they're in that course, encourage them, hey, if you still need help, remember, just reach out. You might need a little bit more one-on-one attention. Now, what really makes this hybrid style of online sales work for me is I have multiple other smaller or lower ticket courses that I've built over the years. So what I do now is throughout the year, let's say every 2 months or so, I will promote one of these exclusive courses that no one knows about. I'll pull it out and say, hey, I've got this really cool X, Y, and Z that delivers this very specific result. If you want it, here it is. And I'll promote this course for an entire week. What's really cool about that, since it is so exclusive, no one knows about it, it's not in my funnel, it's almost like, oh my gosh, I never knew he had that. And they jump on it and they buy it. They get an amazing result, but I get more sales because it is exclusive. They've never heard about it before and they want to take advantage of the opportunity. So I personally love the way I run my business. It was confusing at first because I had to really understand how to weave both of these things into the model that I was kind of transitioning out of. I wanted the passive side, but I wanted the higher ticket one-on-one side. How do I do this together smoothly? If you're like, I don't know which one to go with, I would always start with the one that has the least amount of resistance. If you don't like sales, if you don't feel comfortable doing that, getting on phone calls and things like that, start with the lower ticket offer. You can still inch your way up the passive income side, as in you create a course, you sell it for $100. You can increase that price over time as long as you can deliver value, get amazing results, and actually sell the course through copywriting. Then you'll make a good income. It's gonna be a little bit different. Pick the one that has the least resistance for you. Start there, but I would always be thinking, hey, how can I scale this? How can I make this more of a hybrid method down the road? And that is when it gets fun. That's when you can be creative and you can deliver results to people that you never thought possible. So you let me know, which one do you prefer? High ticket or low ticket passive income? What are you starting your business with first? Leave it in the comment section below. Before you head out, if you'd like to see my 6-step roadmap to earning your first $500 online without spending any ads or needing a massive following to do this, go to therealrichards.com/6 steps to grab that 6 steps to your first 500. It's super easy. It's like a 30-day sprint. Grab that, use it. Let me know what you think. Thanks again for watching, guys. God bless, and I will see you on the next episode.